Hi, I'm Anthony Sombamunyao, a DT1 student at Mungi Teachers Training College. My TA number is 707-424-574, and this is my ICT project presentation about vegetable growth process. And in my case, I'll major on the growth process of a cabbage. I'll also talk about my healthy poster, about the importance of eating vegetables, and I've also uploaded the poster in different sites like Padlet and Google Forms for suggestions. So let's do this. In cabbage growth, the first thing that you do is land preparation. And this occurs in almost all kinds of crops that will be growing. You have to prepare the land first in order to have a successful harvesting. And in land preparation, it depends on the type of land that you have. Maybe if the surface is too hard, you may need to use tools like a mattock, but if it's not that hard, you may use a chamber or even a fork to prepare your land. The stage number 2 is seed germination, and this occurs in a nursery bed or a seedling tray. This normally takes about 5 to 7 days. That is in the case of a cabbage. It may differ depending on the type of vegetable that you are growing. And in this stage, there has to be consistent moisture for a successful germination. The other stage is seedling development, and this is where the seeds sprout out and you begin to see one leaf of the cabbage. For this to happen, there has to be adequate lighting so that you can get strong roots and foliage for your cabbage. It is a very crucial stage because if the roots are not strong enough, then the cabbage might die. The next stage is the vegetative growth, and this is where the plant grows a strong root system and develops numerous leaves. And this is the stage where you get to differentiate between other types of vegetables. You see, in the first stages, you cannot tell whether you are growing a cabbage or a skuma or a spinach. But here, when the numerous leaves come out and the head of the cabbage begin to form, then you can arguably say that you are growing a cabbage. And in the next stage is where we'll be talking about the head formation. That is how the head of a cabbage forms. And this is where it begins to form. The plant accumulates biomass rapidly and the leaves start to curl inward, creating the characteristic head shape. And then the other stage or the final stage is the maturity and harvesting stage. So as the stage is called, that is definitely the last stage of our vegetable growth, and it's in this stage where you get to harvest your cabbage. It's normally between 70 days to 120 days. That's roughly 3 to 4 months. It also differs. For example, for a skuma, it may take 2 to 3 months. For a spinach, maybe 2 to 3 months too. But for cabbage, it takes a little bit longer because of the head formation. Those others are just leaves coming out. But for cabbage, the head has to come out too. And before harvesting, you should ensure that the head does not crack or split into two. That is a recommendation that one should consider. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about today is my healthy poster. As you can see it, the video, I'm talking about why it is important to eat vegetables. And the first thing is that they are rich in vitamins, as we all know. The other thing is that they improve digestion, which is a very crucial process in the body. And it also boosts immunity. That is, one becomes disease resistant and all that. It also helps to prevent diseases and keeps the skin and eyes healthy. So, lastly, it is good to consume vegetables. They are a major part of our growth. For kids, anybody should eat vegetables, not only meat, because meat does not have vitamins, and not any other type of food as vitamins. Only vegetables have vitamins. So it's good that we eat vegetables so that we can stay healthy. Thanks for watching.